Everybody's different, right? Let's take that one step further and assume that in business there are certain people that we need to treat differently, or there's information about them that we should be aware of just in case. Now, I make that sound like a bad thing, but sometimes it's a good thing, right? Sometimes a salesperson wants to make sure and remember a specific thing about a customer, like they love peanut butter, or they are a cat person, that sort of thing, that whenever a sales order comes up for that customer, they want to be reminded of that fact. ODOO has a really nifty feature that we can use to remind us of good things or bad things, or maybe just things related to some of our contacts. Because I find it so useful to be reminded about these things when it's important to remember them, I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and dive in. And for you critical thinkers out there, the would you rather for this video is, would you rather have a cat tail or a monkey tail? So really, there's nothing too terribly complicated about this functionality. We go into settings, and from here we type warning. And this will bring up all sorts of different warnings that we're going to enable here. Some are for purchase orders, some for sales orders, some for transfers of inventory, and then some related to customer invoices. So we're going to save this real quick. Now, if you're an extremely quick reader, you may have seen that this applies to products as well, but we're not going into that today. Anyway, let's go ahead and put this on a contact real quick. So we're going to go into contacts, and we're going to add some details about Anita Oliver for right now. Any of the warnings or messages we want to pop up about Anita are stored in internal notes. You can see we have this warning on sales order, warning on purchase order, invoice, and picking. Clicking into any of these, you can see we can have no message, a warning message, or a blocking message. The difference between a blocking message and a warning is that the blocking message will not allow the transaction to go through. Let's go ahead and try this out so you can see how it works. So we'll put a warning on Anita on a sales order. And this isn't a bad warning. We're just going to say, Anita loves peanut butter. Offer her peanut butter. Okay, and we're going to save that. Now we'll duplicate our tab. We're going to go out to sales, and we're going to sell something to Anita real quick. So Anita, and Anita loves peanut butter. Offer her peanut butter. The thing about this message, though, is we can close it, and we can still sell something to Anita. But what if Anita has had too much peanut butter and we're starting to feel a little bit guilty? Now we're going to go back to Anita, and we're going to change this to a blocking message and say, Anita has had too much peanut butter. We're cutting her off. Okay, and we'll save that. Come back in here, get a new quotation, select Anita, and we get this warning now, but it's a blocking message, meaning that we can't set up a sales order for Anita Oliver. Going to the other side of this coin, we could have the same sort of thing on a purchase order, where we could say, Anita is tired of the peanut butter and wants to sell it back. Be careful about buying from her. And we've got that set up as a blocking message. So now we go to purchase. We're going to create a new purchase order with Anita. And you can see we get a message there too. So you can see pretty quickly how these warning messages and blocking messages would be extremely useful to us as a company, because we can't remember everything about everybody. And sometimes the person processing the sales order or the purchase order, invoice, or transfer doesn't know the same information that we know. I've seen companies use this in many different ways, but one of the most popular use cases is when someone hasn't paid their invoices for a while, we stick a blocking message on that makes it so that they need to be transferred to our accounts receivable department so that they can pay down some of those invoices before we can prepare any other sales orders for them. You could actually do that with an automated action, so maybe try that out. No matter what you do with it, this sort of functionality allows us to operate on a different level as a business, to where we're treating people how we need to treat them to keep our business safe, but also we can raise ourselves to another level to where we're treating our customers in a way that really makes them feel special. At any rate, I hope you learned something from this video. Appreciate you tuning in, and hope you'll come back soon. Thanks. Oh, and for the would you rather, I'd prefer a monkey tail. If you disagree with that, go ahead and drop it in the comments below, along with any other questions you have.